Hello students, welcome to Vidya Setu, the YouTube channel of our school. Today we will continue with the chapter tissue. In this chapter we have already studied about the types of plant tissue like simple permanent tissue and meristematic tissue. Today we will study the protective tissues and complex permanent tissues. So let's start our class. Protective tissue means the tissue which provide protection to the various parts of plant. So epidermis and cork, these are the protective tissue in a plant. Epidermis is the outermost covering of leaves, flowers, roots and stems. It is one cell thick, it means it is made up of single layer of cells and it is covered with a cuticle. Cuticle is a waxy substance. Alright. The function of epidermis is to protect the plant from desiccation. Desiccation means loss of water and infection. Cuticle reduces water loss by evaporation and entry of pathogens. We know that epidermis is covered by cuticle. This cuticle prevents loss of water by evaporation and it also stops the various pathogens from entering into a cell. Now trichomes are the cutinized hairs present on the aerial parts of the plant. You must have seen small hair-like structures on the stem of certain plant. So these hair-like structures which are present on the stem or the aerial part of the plant are known as trichomes. They arises from epidermis. Trichomes also reduce the rate of transpiration, means water loss. Epidermis also consists of root hairs. They are the hair-like structures present on the roots. They also arise from the epidermis. It helps in absorption of water and mineral from soil. See, root hair, they help in absorption of water. But the hairs which are present on the stem or aerial part, they prevent the loss of water from the plant body. Alright. Now let us study about the cork. See, as the plant grow older, the epidermis of the plant, it undergoes certain changes. Epidermis changes to cork cambium, which is also known as phallogen. Okay, as the plant grow older, the epidermis is changed to cork cambium. Now the cells of the cork cambium, they are rectangular. The cells of cork cambium, it gives new cells on both sides, inner side also and outer side also. On the outer side, those cells will form cork, or we can say phloem. But on the inner side, the new cells will form secondary cortex. Okay, so outside will be present cork and inside will be present secondary cortex. Now the cells of cork are dead cells. Cells of cork are dead and they have a deposition of suberin. Suberin is also a chemical substance. So the cells of cork cells have deposition of suberin in them, in their walls. Now what is the function of cork? Again it is protective in function. It prevents desiccation, means loss of water. It also prevents infection and mechanical injury to the plant. So this was about the protective tissue. Now we will study about the complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue is the tissue which is made up of or which contains more than one type of cells. We have studied simple permanent tissue. The cells of simple permanent tissue, all cells were similar. But in case of complex permanent tissue, the cells were of more than one type. Now, complex permanent tissue, it is of two types, xylem and phloem. Both these tissues are conducting tissues. Xylem is a vascular and mechanical tissue. It is a conducting tissue. It means it conducts some materials. Okay. Now xylem contains four types of elements in it: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem sclerenchyma. Now vessels. Vessels are very long tube-like structures. As you can see here in this diagram, this is the diagram of vessel. So they are very long tube-like structures which are made up of rows of cells. And their walls are very thin and they have a wider lumen. Lumen means the inside cavity, which is called the lumen. They are dead cells and they conduct water and mineral. So you can easily see the diagram of vessel. It is a dead cell. Okay, vessel is a dead cell and it is narrow. We can say hollow from inside. It is hollow from inside and it contains small pits in it. Okay. Now next is the tracheid. So this is the structure of tracheid. It is tapering at both the ends. Okay. Spindle shaped. Students, tracheids are also dead cells and they also conduct water and minerals. They are elongated with tapering ends. So this is the diagram of tracheid. It is tapering at both the ends. Tapering means it has a pointed ends and it is also a dead cell and it is elongated in shape. Next is xylem parenchyma. The cells of xylem parenchyma are living which stores food and they help in lateral conduction of water. Lateral means sidewise conduction of water in a plant. So sidewise conduction of water is done by xylem parenchyma. Xylem sclerenchyma, which is also called xylem fiber. They are also comprises of dead cells and they provide mechanical strength to the plant. It means all the cells of xylem are dead cells except xylem parenchyma. Okay, now we will study the function of xylem. The function of xylem is to carry water and mineral from root to different parts of plant because root absorb water. So this water has to be transported to the leaves also to carry out the process of photosynthesis. So this water and mineral is carried from root to the different plant parts with the help of xylem. Xylem also provides mechanical strength to the plant. Now we will study about the phloem. Phloem is the food conducting tissue of plant. It conducts the prepared food from the leaves to the different parts of the plant. Now phloem also comprises of four elements: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. Sieve tubes, they are long tube-like structures which are composed of thin, walled and elongated cells. The cells of sieve tubes are living cells. Okay. Companion cell. Companion cell are small, thin-walled cell containing dense cytoplasm, which is usually associated with the sieve tubes. They are also living cells. So companion cell is always present near the sieve tubes and they do not have a proper function. They are just placed near the sieve tubes. They are found near the sieve tubes. Companion cells are also living and they have dense cytoplasm. Now students, look at this diagram. This is the sieve tube and this side green colored cell is the companion cell which is always present along with the sieve tube. Now these small pores are known as sieve pores. Okay, this is phloem parenchyma. Both the cells of sieve tube and companion cells are living. Now phloem parenchyma It consists of thin-walled living cells which help in the storage and conduction of food laterally. It means they conduct and store food sidewise. Okay. The phloem fibers, they consist of cells which are dead cells and they are thick walled. Phloem fibers, they provide mechanical strength to the plant since they are dead in their nature, so they will not have any other function except the mechanical strength. Now the function of phloem is to conduct food from leaves to the storage organs and growing regions of the plant. So phloem helps in the conduction of food, whereas xylem helps in the conduction of water and mineral. So students, this was all about the plant tissue. In our next class, we will study about animal tissue. Thank you for watching. See you in the next class.